Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Luis with Malevolent Gaming, and today we have a very special deck profile. So, some of you are aware of this, but when we first started the channel, the team, we were originally Team X3 Drop. Our mascot was the Fluffal dog. So, we didn't want to just showcase this deck off and just as a random video. We wanted to save it for a special occasion. I know we just hit that 500 subscriber milestone, and we figured this was a great time to kind of showcase that. So today we have the very best, our very own Fluffal God, not Sam Cox, Evan Ponce.
Sorry, Sam, but move over. It's my time.
So tell us, Evan. So what did you do with this deck this past weekend?
All right, so this past weekend we had sneak peek for the new set, and I felt pretty comfortable with this deck. I've played it since it came out in New Challengers, and I just wanted to take it and give it a shot. I figured with the new ban list and everything, a lot of people just in general don't know what the deck does, and so I thought it gave me a pretty good shot, and ended up taking it down.
So you got first place with Fluffals at the sneak peek.
Yep, that's right. And,
oh man,
I actually played against you in the finals, and you were playing scraps. And I know that you said that we were going to do an update on the scrap deck and how it performed. And I think both of us showed overall that there are a lot of decks that can catch people off guard, and these are two of them, Fluffals and Scraps.
Yeah, lots of potential in this new format, new decks. So everything is fair game as long as you can adjust your play style and adjust to the current meta.
Right. Any
deck can get there, right?
Yeah, I really believe that. I think a big part of it is just game knowledge, of your deck and your opponent's deck as well.
All right, so let's get to it. So you want to show us your Fluffal deck?
Yeah.
And was there anything crazy that was released in this set that makes this deck even just a little better?
Yes. There was one card in particular that I was looking for this deck that I'm actually going to show it to you guys because I played it and it worked out really well.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, guys. So
this is the sneak peek mat. Do you want? Oh, that's nice.
Pretty nice. I like it.
All right.
All right. So starting off, we've got 3 Fluffal Dog, one of my favorite cards ever. To searcher for the deck, when you normal or special it from the hand, search any Fluffal monster or Edgem Sabers. Unfortunately, the only Edgem monster that you can search out with it is Sabers, but it's still pretty good. I mean, just a generic searcher, it's very strong.
Yeah.
Then we've got 2 Penguin. So this guy, a soft once per turn when he's on the field, you can special summon a Fluffal from your hand. And also when he's sent to the graveyard, his fusion material for a Fright Fur, you get to draw 2, discard 1, so you get to fix your hand. Pretty good.
Nice.
Then we've got 2 Fluffal Bear. I've seen a lot of people playing 3. I really like 2. I think it's the best number.
Max rarity Fluffal Bears, baby.
That's right. So this, you discard it, and you get to set a toy vendor directly to the field from your deck. And it has a second effect, doesn't really come up too often. But you can tribute it, and you can add a poly from your graveyard back to your hand. But
okay.
It doesn't come up very often, but every now and then.
That's up, yeah. But it's there.
Yes, and one of the best cards in the deck, Fluffal Wings. So this guy in graveyard, you banish it, target another Fluffal, you banish both of them, you draw a card, pop your toy vendor that has to be face up on the field, draw another card. So you draw 2, and then when Toy Vendor goes to grave, you get to search for it. We'll get to that card eventually. But yeah, very good card. Then we've got some one-ofs, Fluffal Sheep, Fluffal Owl, and Fluffal Cat. So this one, if you control a Fluffal, special summon it, then you can bounce a Fluffal and special summon an Edgem Sabers from hand or graveyard. This on normal or special summon from hand, add a poly, or you can pay 500 life points and it acts as a poly. And then this guy, when it goes to grave as a fusion material for Fright Fur, you add a poly from graveyard back to hand.
Oh, okay.
So I know some people don't like the term chain block, but a lot of times you can bring something out, and if you use this, you can chain block and make this chain link 2. So pretty good. But that is it for the Fluffal monsters. Pretty standard count. We've got some Edgem monsters. Very good card, Edgem Chain at 3. So when this goes from hand or field to graveyard, you can add a Fright Fur card from deck to hand. And it has another effect which, again, literally never comes up, but when it declares an attack, you can add a copy of himself from deck to hand. And you can only do one of those effects per turn. Then we've got 1 Edgem Sabers. Pretty much a plague spreader. He's nothing really special, to be honest with you. Every now and then his effect engrave comes in handy, but he's just kind of there for a name.
Yeah.
And then we've got 3 Nibiru. Excuse me. This card just, I really like this card right now. It just came in clutch, and pretty much won me, I mean, a good number of games. Pretty much everyone knows what it does by now.
So for anybody that's not aware, this is a go second strategy, right?
Oh yeah. You're always wanting to go second. Going first, I'll admit this deck can kind of struggle, but I've made some decent boards to get by, when I've been forced to go first. But yeah, you always want a blind second with this. So that's it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells, we've got 3 Patchwork. So this card,
Was not released for a very long time.
Yeah, people were waiting for this for a while. So you get to add 1 Edgent monster and 1 poly from your deck to your hand. Pretty strong card. A lot of times
+1.
Yes, a lot of times I'll actually play this to try to bait out like an Ash, because most of the time, depending on your hand, you can pretty much blow them out without this. But if this goes through, you're in a really good spot.
Yeah.
Then we've got 3 Toy Vendor. Really good card. You need this for the wings combo. So yeah, this, you discard a card, and then you're going to draw and reveal a card. If it's a Fluffal, you can special summon any monster from your hand. Anything else that goes to grave. So yeah, you want to load up your grave with this. You pitch a wings, and then you've already got Baron there usually because you pitched it for this.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go off with the wings combo, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
And then every now and then you'll actually draw and reveal an Edgem chain, and then it'll go to grave, and you'll get the plus off that. So
yeah,
works out really well. Then we've got 3 poly, pretty standard.
Fusion deck.
Yes. 3 Foolish Goods. You send the Toy Vendor, and when it goes to grave, you get the search. So this just fixes a lot of
hands.
Really crappy hands.
Yeah.
And then we've got 3 Super Poly. Again, going second deck. You just want to break boards and just OTK them that turn.
Yep.
And 3 Call by the Grave. One thing that people have been playing a lot because of Spiral and just the way the meta is looking now is Droll. Droll absolutely kills this deck. It just destroys it, and so I wanted to avoid that as much as possible. And
you're fine with getting Ash and Imperm all day, but not Drolls, right?
Droll is the one. Yeah, I mean, depending on your hand, you can play through the other hand traps, but this one you pretty much just scoop.
Yeah.
Then I play 2 Instant Fusion. Because I'm going second, I want to push for damage, and I don't know. This is just a personal choice. I really like this card. Being able to just bring out a sheep and then just go off and go into Sabertooth is nice. I was initially gonna play Thousand Eyes, and honestly, just the more I was testing with it, it didn't come up very often because I would either break their board Nibiru or Super Poly, or their board was weak enough that I could just push with the regular monsters anyway. So yeah. 2 Instant Fusion, and then the one of Fright for Fusion. You usually don't want to see this in your hand. It sucks to open with it. You want to search it out with Chain, but it's a poly. What's the old card? Miracle Fusion.
Miracle Fusion.
Vanish from from your graveyard. Really good card.
Yeah.
And that is it for the deck. 40 cards.
You want to show
consistent.
You want to show us your extra deck and see what everybody should be playing.
Yes. So. One Tiger. This guy, you get to pop cards on the field. It does target, but pop cards on the field up to the number of fusion materials that you used to make them. It takes 1 Edgem Sabers and then 1 or more Fluffal monsters. And then he does pump up all the fusions, which is pretty good, by 300 for every Frightfur and Fluffal. So it adds up. 1 Sheep. He's an Armades when he battles. If he's destroyed by battle or card effect, or when he's destroyed by battle or card effect, he comes back once per turn with 800 more attack.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it's an instant fusion target, right?
Yes. This is a lot. Most of the time, what I'll bring out with instant fusion. Really good card. Underrated in my opinion. And then 1 Wolf. So you make him with Edgem Sabers. Same thing. 1 or more Fluffal monsters, and he can attack 1 time for every material. So that can add up really quickly. Then I play 2 Kraken. Target a monster on the field, send it to graveyard. He can attack twice, but the turn that you use the sending effect, he can't attack directly.
Okay.
But it's a soft once per turn. So if you get rid of him and bring him back, he can attack twice.
Oh, okay.
So usually you'll use his effect, and then you'll go into Sabertooth, and then bring him back, and then he can attack directly.
Then it's game.
Yes. One of each of these is exactly 8,000. Because this guy on the summon, he is a monster born for any of the fusions.
Oh.
And he pumps up all the fusions by 400. So this guy will be 2600, can attack twice, and he'll be 2800.
Oh, it's exactly AK.
Exactly.
GG.
Yep, that's good. So yeah, so those are the Frightfurs. And I play some super poly targets, pretty basic. I mean, I'm sure you guys know what all these guys do.
Mud Dragon is also an instant fusion target?
Yes, exactly. So every now and then, if I have to go first, I can make a Beast Dweller and just kind of hope, I guess.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
And then Beast Dweller gets the pump because it's a water?
Yes, exactly, yes. So yeah, Beast Dweller, Sky Prison. If you guys have been playing for the last few months, you know what these do. They're pretty, I want to say pretty standard.
Yep.
And then, so this guy came out in this set. Cross Sheep. He's a Link 2 that takes 2 monsters with different names, and I really like this guy, not only for the arrows, I mean that is a big reason, but he has different effects depending on what type of monster you make. And for fusions, if you make a fusion monster, you get to special summon a level 4 monster from your graveyard. Effects are not negated, it just comes out. So Link markers, you get the free monster because you're fusioning anyway.
So you get the +1.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll just use that extra monster that I bring out for extra fodder. But sometimes I'll just take that and this and just make a unicorn. And more or less it's just a pretty close to a free spin. But yeah.
And just push through whatever board?
Yeah. This guy alone, I mean, the bringing back the monster, it gave me just enough to be able to push for game, like plenty of times. So yeah, this is a really important card. I might actually bump this up to 2, but
yeah,
I don't know. For now, I actually think 1 is okay. It's pretty strong. But yeah, that is it.
That's the deck.
Yeah, that is the deck. I'm actually not going to show the side deck. As we've said in most of our videos, we think that you should tailor your side deck to to be for your locals. And based on what I was pretty sure I was going to be seeing, I kind of tailored it for that. So yeah, I mean overall it's a good tournament. Like we said in the beginning of the video, I think spirals are obviously
a deck to beat.
Yeah, they're the deck to beat, but I think that there are a lot of just decks that are kind of under the radar and can really catch people off guard. This is one. Scraps are one. I was really surprised to see how well you did with it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun format.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congratulations on your sneak peek win.
Thank you.
And in the future, if you guys are interested in this deck, we can have Evan Ponce perform some combo tutorials.
Yeah.
Show you guys how to play the deck. He's been playing the deck since day 1, and he has been committed to this deck. He's taken it to multiple regionals. He's been so close breaking the curse, but eventually we'll get there. And we feel like this is going to be one of those formats where, it's pretty much open season. Anybody can do well as long as there's a good pilot behind the deck. And yeah, so we just wanted to give you guys this deck profile. The Fluffals, I know a lot of people have asked for it. A lot of people that know us are aware of Evan Ponce and the Fluffals. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, congratulations to Evan. Congratulations to the winners of the giveaway. We'll be sending your guys' stuff very soon. And like I said, thanks for the support. Keep watching, subscribing, sharing our stuff, and there's more good stuff coming in the future. So thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, guys.